Even the mere mention of the name Herobrine will send shivers down the spines of many veteran Minecraft players, and the story itself dates back to when many people were actually first getting into the game. You see, the original known reference to this mysterious character comes all the way back in August of 2010, where a Minecraft forum post was made just after patch 1.0.16. In this post, a player mentions that he has been trying to make a post on the forums about a weird entity they saw in game, but that every time he made the post, it got taken down immediately. Following this strange incident, the user received a private DM from another unknown user named Herobrine, simply stating the words, "Stop." After doing a little digging, they were able to discover that the username actually belonged to a Swedish developer, and not just any developer, but the brother of Notch himself, creator of Minecraft. And things only got crazier from here. After emailing Notch to confirm if he did in fact have a brother in Sweden, Notch wrote back that he did, but that his Swedish brother had died months ago. Immediately after this original forum post, an image that the user grabbed was posted once again on the forums of this mysterious playthrough and entity in the game, and this set the forums ablaze with speculation. In the image, you could see in the distance a strange man in-game simply staring at the player, with a haunting mist surrounding him. Soon, multiple streamers, most notably Copeland and Patamus, had found this weird monster Herobrine in-game, with some clips going viral of the mysterious man appearing in-game only for their live streams to cut out and end on the same day. Now with the community in uproar, Copeland posted a secret link to a hidden website with nothing but the Minecraft character with weird eyeballs and code greeting visitors. When translated, the codes were shown to be references to a lost deity who is trying to escape its eternal prison, that apparently being Minecraft. It was speculated by some in the community at the time that Herobrine may have actually been the dark and ominous entity that had appeared in some old and unplayed Russian games from the 90s, now finding itself in the new plane of existence known as Minecraft, haunting multiple players. Sadly, for anyone gullible enough to actually believe any of this, it turned out to all be fake, and it was proved that Copeland and many others in the community, including the forum posters, had all created an elaborate hoax that had tricked much of the Minecraft community, especially considering most of them were kids at the time, willing to lie and spread rumors on their behalf. On top of this, the internet was just not as mature at the time, and the game itself is not the one we know today. Many players were still discovering things as they would go on, and the game itself had a more eerie and creepy feel to it in general that lent to theories like this being believed by a lot of people, before RTX came in and made everything look so nice and shiny. In fact, funnily enough, Notch does not even have a younger brother, yet this creepypasta rumor was still able to spread like wildfire. To this day though, Herobrine is a staple of Minecraft lore and custom, being included in multiple events and cinematic trailers. And there's now a tradition in almost every patch note for Minecraft to include at one point the simple phrase, "removed Herobrine from the game," as a funny nod and Easter egg for the players. Even the original seed to the world that picture for Herobrine was taken from was found, and to this day people are still out there searching for him. And while no one has been able to actually provide definitive proof this mysterious man exists, Herobrine shows just how interesting and fun the Minecraft community can really be. Based on the natural world border size of the Minecraft playable area, it would seem that the world of Minecraft itself is upwards of 8 times the size of our actual Earth. While this is impressive in its own right, where this theory gets even more interesting is the fact that the G-forces the Minecraft characters experience is most certainly not 8 Gs, which is what we would expect from an 8 times mass increase. In fact, based on the average meter-high jumps these characters are making on each block jump so effortlessly, the Minecraft world actually looks to have substantially less gravitational pull than on Earth. So what gives? Well, one explanation brought forth from the Minecraft community is that the Minecraft world is actually a hollow Earth. You see, on Earth, the distance from the center or core of our world to sea level is around 6,371 kilometers. But in Minecraft, that same distance calculation is a mere 62 meters. So could it be that all the extra space is nothing but a hollow center to this massive planet, thus limiting its gravitational pull in the universe to something much less than Earth. I don't know. It's just a video game. One of the coolest parts about Minecraft is the idea that each world is generated off of a seed reference number, which can then be used by subsequent players in the future to generate the same exact worlds based off of an internal game algorithm. There's actually a whole community based around finding programmatic and mathematical ways of constructing the most interesting worlds possible, and one of these worlds is the fabled seed you can see on screen. The seed spawns the player onto an island in the middle of the ocean. But besides this somewhat interesting start, the world seems as normal as any other. It's only by exploring the extensive cave system below ground that players can discover the truly terrifying part of the seed. As underground lies a never-ending and infinitely repeating sequence of the exact same matching cave system, which are generated due to matching sets of 32-bit integers being found one after another, which can be generated by finessing the pseudo-random properties of Java's random utility, which includes some internal steps like calling the next function to generate random bit sequences that can be programmatically set to match. This means that because of Java's sometimes wonky precision calculations, seeds can be found that produce infinite loops, generating the same objects over and over, through methods like setting a value to 0 during a multiplication step in an algorithm that is generating a specific part of the map. Some players have accidentally stumbled upon these famous seeds, and early on in Minecraft told horror stories of finding themselves trapped in never-ending caves and tunnels that simply went on forever into the abyss. It's something that many players in the early days didn't actually think was possible, but it's a truly horrifying realization to find yourself in the middle of nowhere, repeating for eternity. The Warped Forest is one of the newer and more interesting biomes in all of Minecraft. It's a creepy and very frightening area with many mysterious and rare materials, but the most memorable aspect of the entire zone is for sure the music and the sounds. In some of the ambient tracks, most notably Warped Forest Mood 9, we can hear what sounds to be demented and slowed down laughter played backwards, which we can hear from some of the Endermen in the zone, implying that they may be trying to communicate with us in some sort of way. We already know from some older Minecraft theories that Endermen do sometimes speak to the player in backwards or reversed English, set to different tones and frequencies, but here in the Warped Forest, it seems even more exaggerated. This could potentially also tie into the theory that the Ender Dragon is actually enslaving these Endermen, forcing them to do their bidding. And this Warped Forest zone could be one of the great powers that is allowing the Endermen to try and scream their last dying breaths, asking for help and salvation. Could it be that the Endermen of Minecraft are actually enslaved soldiers begging for help? And regardless, just what exactly is going on in this mysterious Minecraft zone? The secrets are still being discovered to this day. You would think after amassing a net worth just shy of $2 billion, the creator of Minecraft Notch would find himself in some of the happiest days of his life. But as is too common in stories like this, the sudden wealth that he accumulated from the game's success and eventual sale to Microsoft in 2014 only led to what many consider to be his downfall. You see, Notch was originally just an inspired programmer who liked making games in his free time, some of which we will discuss later on this list. And when he first created Minecraft over a decade ago, he had never imagined just how successful it would actually become. The problem was that Notch's true passion always laid in creating new and exciting prototypes for games, instead of the upkeep on existing ones. So when Minecraft found more and more success, he slowly distanced himself from the project, eventually letting a new leader take over, while he still maintained a majority of Mojang shares under his control. The issue though was, as new patches came out and more hate from the community arose from these patches, Notch was receiving the blame, even though he was barely even working on the game anymore. So in 2014, he tweeted out how he just wished he could just sell all his shares in Mojang and be done with it all, to which Microsoft actually immediately reached out to him and offered $2.5 billion in cash. With his newfound wealth, Notch bought out one of the most luxurious homes in Hollywood Hills and began to host weekly parties and extravagant events full of debauchery and crazy stories. And they were also frequented by many celebrities and famous YouTubers at the time. But with all this new free time and nothing to actually work for anymore, Notch slumped into a Great Depression. putting out many tweets in his darkest times about how life was meaningless now with so much money, and that no one could truly like him for him, but only the money and things he provided. And this eventually led to his divorce with his wife, after which he recently has seemed to have finally gotten better. It's a sad tale of just how dangerous money can really be if you get too much of it, and shows that even with all the money in the world, sometimes the true key to happiness is just working on what you truly love, and creating things that light the imaginations of others, rather than partying yourself into week-long hangovers. One weird oddity in Minecraft is the fact that by placing pumpkins on the heads of snow and iron golems, they immediately come to life right in front of players' eyes. This has led many in the community to believe that pumpkins are actually imbued with souls in the Minecraft universe, and have the ability to bring non-living creatures to life through the transferring of soul energy. On top of this, we now know that prior to patch 1.13, all naturally spawning pumpkins in-game had faces already pre-carved into them, without the player already interacting with them, which further suggests that Minecraft pumpkins may actually be holding onto something extra. A creepy revelation, for sure. The Minecraft Wither is a partially secret boss that players are able to summon by putting 3 Wither skeleton heads on top of a T-shape of sand blocks. After being summoned, the Wither flies into the air and starts to wreak havoc, shooting Wither skulls at nearby enemies, including the player, leaving death and destruction in its wake. It's an actually difficult boss, at least if you suck at Minecraft like me, and the strangest thing about it is we actually originally got reference to its summoning in a Minecraft painting in-game. These paintings and some lore show that the Withers are an extremely powerful and ancient lost race of monsters, and were even able to fight a stronger version called a Wither Storm as the main antagonist of Minecraft Story Mode Season 1. But this led many players to wonder if the original Withers that we can summon in-game are actually not the true form. It would explain why this Wither Storm is so much more powerful, and potentially lends credence to the idea that we have not actually discovered how to summon a perfect Wither yet, one that would be so powerful we'd have no chance to kill it, kind of like how they're actually explained in the lore. Our only summoning technique so far comes from a very pixelated painting, so potentially in the future players may discover a way to create the real deal, but only time will tell. 10 to the Sea is a game that was originally pitched by Notch as a successor to Minecraft that almost none of the player base even knows about. It told the story of a team of astronauts who went into hibernation on a spaceship in the 80s, only to be woken up by the onboard computer system 281 trillion years later, hence the name of the game. With a similar art style to Minecraft, the game focused more on first-person shooting and combat in small spaces, but Notch did plan to allow players to travel to multiple different planets, with similar mechanics to Minecraft, including crafting, trading, and creating. The game was cancelled in 2013 though, shortly before the sale of Minecraft to Microsoft, and Notch simply said he was having trouble being creative within the game, so it was eventually cancelled. For me though, this game on paper could have been awesome, and the idea of a Minecraft in space across multiple planets with fast-paced and fun Quake-like first-person shooting sounds great. Sadly, this game will likely never see the light of day, but in many ways could have been No Man's Sky before No Man's Sky was even a thing. Say what you will about Notch, but that man is truly a visionary.